Kadiyah Bat Yah, with lessons from Thoa on babies, like natural childbirth, having babies at home. I have seven, and I had them all at home. The first four that I had was in the worst position that you can have a baby in, which is pretty much laying on your back. Because you have gravity that's working against you, and you gotta like work harder, push. And I didn't tear for any of them, thank the Father. But I seen the difference because I had four, like I said, just laying on my back, worst position you can have a baby in, and I had three water births. And I would suggest a water birth to any woman that is going to have a baby. Now, I'm going to use scriptures just to clarify a couple of things. So we're going to go to the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 16. And to the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. It says in sorrow you're going to bring forth children. And a lot of women today, they just want to avoid the pain. You know, it was a commandment. You know what I'm saying? The Father told you that, for our disobedience. And that is what you have to deal with. And a lot of women, they go and get cesareans trying to avoid the pain. I don't want to feel nothing. Or, man, is the pussy going to be right after the baby come out? Like, come on. When you wasn't thinking about that when you was getting knocked up. So it's like, of course, our bodies are amazing. How the Father made them. They are self-healing. And you'll never find out if your mind just say, go get a cesarean, which is dangerous in itself. And most obstetricians are nothing but trained surgeons. 90% of them, if not 95, have not seen or witnessed a live birth. It's all a business. It's about filling beds, getting these women in, getting them out. They can't risk having like 5 different women in different beds, labor taking different hours. They losing money. They're like, man, I need to get these niggas in and I need to get them out. So it's like, that's what it is. It's a business, and they don't care for your life like you would think that they do, all because they're doctors, surgeons, like they looking out for your best interest. They not. You get like, at least the last time I researched, it was like $10,000 or more to even do a cesarean. And don't tell them what the price is now. It's probably higher than that, and it's lower than that for a vaginal birth. Now, I suggest a water birth. And I'm saying this because if you have a breech, because our first son, he came out feet first. He wasn't in the water. He came out feet first. And we know when the baby comes out, or if you don't know, the baby starts to breathe once the baby hits air. So they figure, your baby's going to come out breech. We got to give you a cesarean. But that's not necessarily true. They only tell you that because when the baby's feet come out first, the baby's skin hit air, so the baby starts to breathe while his or her head is still in the womb. But if you have a water birth and your baby come out feet first, he still or she is still in the water. So they're not breathing. So you can successfully have not a cesarean, natural breech birth in the water. But they don't tell you that because they got to make money off of it. And they got to put fear inside the people to make them put their trust in them. But let me tell you what happens at the hospital. Generally, how they get paid. Okay, our bodies produce oxytocin. Oxytocin is what they call the love hormone. It's what causes your contractions. But in the hospital, they give you something called Pitocin, which is synthetic oxytocin, which our body naturally makes. When our oxytocin kick in when we having our contractions, you get breaks. The contractions come and then they stop. And then they come and then they stop. In a hospital, when they hook you up to the pit, like they said, let's get them on the pit for Pitocin, it's a constant drip of some fake oxytocin. So you get a constant drip, of this Pitocin in your body. You have these really bad contractions because you don't get a break if your body would naturally do it and start and stop. It's just a constant drip. It's like getting the ultimate high. So you have all this stress and your womb is contracting and it's causing the baby to be in distress. So they come to you and it's like, oh my gosh, ma'am, your baby is in distress. We got to give you, his heart rate, or her heart rate is picking up. We got to give you an epidural to get the heart rate down. So they give you an epidural, slows the baby's heart rate down. Now the babies become sluggish. They try to get you to push And the baby not moving because the epidural did not just go into you, but it went into that baby. So now they say, oh, the baby's being sluggish, so we got to give you a cesarean to get the baby out. Which is only because you gave me the Pitocin that caused the baby to be in distress, that slowed his heart down when I got the epidural, and now I got to get a cesarean. So it's the procedures that they started, not necessarily letting your body do what it's supposed to do, and now they acting like they got to give you a cesarean because of what they caused. The Pitocin that was affected by the epidural that was causing the baby to not want to come out. And that's how a lot of women get played at the hospitals. And even the first epidural that was used was in the 1800s by a neurologist, doctor, whichever, named James Corning in New Jersey. He injected pure cocaine into this male patient's back. And that was like the first epidural. They say that there are still small traces of cocaine inside the epidural. And if it's not cocaine, it's the derivatives of it. You know what I'm saying? And even there were studies and reports that say even after you get the epidural, it is found in the urine of your babies 36 hours after you gave birth to them. So that's how strong those drugs is. Oh, give me some drugs, all because you want to avoid what the scripture said. And you're going to be saved in childbearing. But not just because I'm going to go to that scripture, because it says right here in the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 15, notwithstanding she or a woman shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in faith and charity and holiness with sobriety. Not just, oh, I'm having children, so I'm going to be saved, but you ain't living right. You have to live right. But a water birth is the best way to go. Like I said, I did not tear for the first 4 that I had laying on the bed. But water birth is key. First of all, when you're in the water, you don't have to worry about getting an episiotomy, which is when they cut you before you even, they automatically say, well, we think you're going to tear, so we're going to just cut you in advance to make it easy on you, which is stupid. You know, so you're in the water, so it keeps your perineum moist. So you don't have to worry about it being dry and your skin stretching and you tear. Even though, like I said, I did not tear when I was laying on the bed, but this is me speaking, having 4 on the bed births versus the water births. And so you have the opportunity to squat while you're in the tub or the pool. And they have these like really nice birthing pools as well. At birthpool.com, that's where we got one of ours from. And it's really nice. They got like a cup holder on there and a little chair on the inside. It's neat. But yes, you had squatting gives you a chance to have gravity work for you and not against you. You facing up. It's like if you had the passive bowel movement, right? You do not want to lay down in the bed, because it'll make it harder for it to come out. So that's why you sit up on the toilet. You don't lay down when you're having a bowel movement. You sit up so gravity can help you get it out. Same thing with a baby. You know what I'm saying? You laying on your back. Is that supposed to help the baby come out? No. You know, it's going to work against you. And I remember pushing, and once you stop pushing, that baby's head is going right back up. And then you got to do it all over again. You know, and that's a pain in itself. You know, and the reality is, the pain will not disappear. No, it does not disappear, but it lessens it by so much. The temperature of the water that you would have it would be between 95 and 100 degrees. It's not as hot as you think. Don't think you're going to be boiling yourself, because to tell you the truth, you probably going to want it hotter. You know, but it's between 95 and 100 degrees. And if you don't want to keep up with it, there's this. This is what I had. It's a thermometer. It's a water thermometer. I got it from Target. Ordered it offline, like $18. It's worth it. It beeps fast if the water is too hot and slow if the water is too cold. So it's an easy way, you know, to keep up with the temperatures. Aquatopia, little turtle thermometer, so you can get that to help you keep up with the water temperature. And it's really just soothing being in there, being out that hospital scenery. And if you don't have the heart to do it with your husband or your boyfriend at home, find a hospital that does a water birth. But do not let those doctors take you in there, give you that Pitocin that's going to make the baby's heart rate pick up that say, oh, the baby's in distress. We got to give you an epidural to slow the baby's heart rate down. And the baby gets sluggish, and then you try to push, the baby don't want to come out, so they say, we got to cut you. Don't let them do that. It's a repetitive cycle, and it's all about them filling beds and getting these women in and out. The more people they see, the more money they make. You know, so stop getting these people paid because they're not looking out for your best interest. You know, so yes, I can vouch for water births. Please do a water birth if you're going to have a natural birth. It's the best way to go. And like I said, there's a website. If you don't have a nice jacuzzi tub in your house, buy the birthing pools. We make investment in all type of stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Weave, wine, games, you know what I'm saying? Why not invest in your child's health and yours, and to be in the environment? You could dim the lights, light candles, play scriptures, but you don't have to worry about being in a hospital where niggas dying in the next room on the bottom floor below you, or you know, all type of spirits in the hospital. It could be just you in your controlled environment in your house. And yes, look into a midwife. Some people do not realize it, but midwives are covered by insurance. Some are, some aren't, but you never know unless you look into it. Stop assuming that everything is just so expensive to where you don't try it. So please, ladies, look into doing a water birth. If you're pregnant right now, then look into it. It's not too late. It's the best way to go. Like I said, I had 7 of them. I know I'm tiny. You know, thank the Father for that, you know, and they all came out fine. Even our son that came out, feet first, he was fine. But had I known about the water birth then, it would have been even better, you know, to have him in the water, and I wouldn't have to worry about his feet hitting air. He didn't have no complications, no problems breathing, but just the knowing what I could have done, you know, would have been better. Of course, if you're going to do it on your own, you got to go to the health department, Google, you know, and find out how to get the birth certificate, you know, in your state. You know, I know how to do it in Tennessee because, you know, this is what we had, you know, our babies at. But look into that so you don't have to worry about having a baby. You successfully had a birth, and now you're like, oh, shoot, how are you going to get the birth certificate? So make sure you look into that. Email some certified nurse and midwives and start communicating with people. But look out for your health, your baby's health, and don't get that epidural. Don't let these surgeons, I ain't gonna call them obstetricians, they are surgeons. Look it up, Google it, something, and you're gonna find out that I am telling the truth. I probably made this video way too long, but it is so needed. Like seriously, water birth is relaxing. It's relaxing, and like I said, no, the pain don't disappear, but it lessens it by a lot. And to have you can have your children there while you're going through labor, whatever you want to do, your husband right there, like I said, dim the lights, you know what I'm saying? Just, it could be how you want it, and not how they said it in the hospital with the bright ass lights and all that foolishness around you. It's like, I don't know nothing about that, and I thank the Father for it. But a lot of women say that I'm brave for having, you brave, you a good one to be doing that. Like, no, it takes heart to do that stuff at the hospital, because y'all, it's called a medical practice. They are practicing. They don't know what the hell they doing. They practicing. That's what they are called, practitioners. You know, so look into it. Like I said, you can go on Target. You probably got that Walmart for cheaper, but I don't know. I got mine from Target. Get your little thermometer if you don't want to keep up with the temperature of the water. You know, it beeps. You know, so it'll be easy peasy. So I pray that this helps somebody. And ladies, please consider your health, the health of your children, and husbands, consider your wives and talk to them about it. It's a good investment, and it's an experience. You can have a camera set up and record it, opposed to being in hospitals around a bunch of strangers that say you can't eat in here. Visiting hours are over. Man, what the hell is you talking about? You could be the first person to touch your child, not no person that don't serve the same God as you, that, you know what I'm saying, don't even like you, because they could be a KKK member, you know what I'm saying, somebody that just don't like niggas, you know what I'm saying, whether they Indian, Chinese, you know what I'm saying, or a black person that just having a bad day and gonna handle your baby any kind of way. You don't have to worry about that. The husband, the wife could be the first ones and the last ones to touch that baby. So I know you gotta want that experience. Oh my gosh, this video is almost 15 minutes long, but I'm glad I was able to put it out. So look into it, ladies, especially if you're pregnant right now. To all the fat people out there, check into it. I'm Kadiyah Bat Yah, and this is Lessons from the Word. See ya.